the house. Yeah, 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 yeah. We are kicking it with Auntie Leah. Yeah, let's get it, let's do it, let's go. Yeah, let's go, let's get it with Auntie Leah. Yeah, yeah, come on, let's do it. Nothing better than kicking it with Auntie Leah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Auntie Leah is in the house. Yeah, 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 yeah. We are kicking it with Auntie Leah. Yeah, let's get it, let's do it. Come on in. Come on in now. So Auntie Leah can do a thing. Yeah, 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 yeah.
On with the slaughter stop. How many more black mothers gotta bury their babies?
What it do?
How many more names we gotta scream?
Back to Chicken with Auntie Leah.
How many more
and the Truth
hashtags
Gang.
before somebody hear us?
Y'all know how we do it.
Lord,
In the comments.
when the slaughter gon' stop.
What a day.
When we're lit in.
Salute, Andrew.
Lord, when the pain gon' stop. Too many black sons gone. Too many mamas at the grave. All alive. We cry. We
The song.
on with the slaughter stop.
I'm so sorry, guys.
When How many more black mothers gotta bury their babies?
You hear me?
How many more names we gotta scream? How many
Hey,
more
Betty Burt,
hashtags before somebody hears us?
salute. Thank you for
Lord,
being here.
the
Cat
slaughter
TV in the
gonna stop.
building. Everybody share the live. Y'all know how we gotta do it.
Lord,
Y'all know how
when
we
the
gotta do
pain
it.
gon' stop.
Come
Too
on,
many
y'all.
black sons gone. Too many mamas at the graveyard.
Listen to the words.
We cry, we pray, still ducking all these crooked plots. System got they foot on our necks. Tell me when the slaughter stop.
The words are
When will
important.
it end? When the hurt gon' stop? Another mama screaming, another casket dropping. Lord, we tired of the tears, tired of crying non-stop. Tell me
So
when the
tired.
slaughter ends. When the slaughter gone. Born black in America, survival feeling heritage. Pain in our DNA, trauma get embedded. And they taught us how to stay alive before they taught us how to dream. Watch the news every night, now nightmares on repeat. Mama say, baby, hands
Everybody
where they
like
can
the
see.
live,
Don't
everybody
run too
share the
fast,
live.
Don't speak too loud in these streets. Gotta survive prejudice, gotta survive hate. And somehow still smile while they debate our fate. Too many babies gone before they touch grown. Too many mamas sitting at the house
Everybody
all
share the
alone.
live,
Memories
Truth
in the frame
Gang.
while the room feel cold, trying to hold it together. While the grief take hold, candles on the sidewalk, teddy bears in the rain.
waiting on some more
Community scream
family members to
justice,
come
but we
over
still
here.
feel pain. And every time we lose one, they say don't make it race. But you ain't walked in these shoes, you ain't felt this way.
Ain't never felt this way. You gonna try to check us on our page? No.
When the pain don't stop. Too many black sons gone, too many mamas at the graveyard. Cyrus Belton still heavy on the soul, 14 years old now. I'm a hard cold. One decision, one moment, changed the whole city. Tell me how child life in, looking so gritty. Not a family left with memories and pain. Trying to make sense why they cry in the rain of the black
Hey,
boy name. We scream
Terrence.
through tears. Another family trying to survive impossible.
Amanda's in the
See, we don't
building.
forget
Everybody
each other's
share
names
the
on
live.
back. Every
Everybody
lost
share the
child feel
live.
like another heart attack and people move on. While
you
the
mad
fans
about the
breathe,
verdict
but
today,
pain like
share the
that,
live.
you just leave. Karmelo Anthony, whole world watch it close. Everybody got opinions, but don't know the load. Another black boy judged in the court of the world. Another life changed forever while emotions unfurl. People scream justice, people scream divide, but fear and pain exist on every side. Now family grieve, another family in tears. In the courtroom, decision gon' echo for years. See this bigger
Everybody
than one
share
case,
the live.
bigger than one fight, bigger than social media arguing every night. Cause black pain get questioned when we speak from scars, like we ain't carry centuries written in our hearts. Don't tell me not to feel this.
We're just
Don't
waiting on
tell
some
me
more
not to
family
question.
members to come in.
Don't tell me history ain't shaped the way we
Please
see
don't tell
things.
us how to feel.
You may
Please don't tell
disagree.
us.
Cool. But don't gaslight our pain. We tired.
Very
We
tired.
grieving. And we still trying to heal. Tell me why our babies keep dying. the streets? Why justice feel different depending who you meet? Why mamas gotta bury sons before they time? Why
I'm tired, but I'm tired in the comments. I'm tired in the comments.
We pray to God, but still cry at night. Still searching for peace while we living through fights. Still marching, still crying, still begging for change. Still hoping one day things won't stay the
Hey,
same.
Stephanie.
I ain't angry 'cause
Hey, Olivia.
I care. Angry 'cause I care. Angry 'cause the pain too heavy in the air. Angry 'cause too many babies never make it home.
'Cause I'm tired.
And too many mothers left praying.
Everybody,
all
please
alone.
share the live and like the live. Only got 2 left.
Lord, when the pain
One
won't
more
stop.
in.
Too many black sons gone.
Too many mamas at the graveyard lot. When will it end?
When the slaughter gon' stop.
Lord, hear our cries, 'cause we tired. We tired.
We tired.
We tired.
Don't know time, Lord.
For Cyrus.
For every lost child.
For every
Cyrus.
lost child. For every
Karmelo.
grieving mama.
For every
Trayvon.
boy trying to
Mike
make it
Brown.
home.
Lord,
Y'all say their name.
when the
Salute,
slaughter
salute.
gone.
Today was a very, very, very sad day. And I'm just going to say this. I don't understand why some of my supporters do not understand that. I had many people unfollow me. They said that I thought you were unbiased and you were for justice. I am. But you got to be honest with yourself. Please unfollow me. I'm going to be me and I'm going to be real. That boy, Karmelo Anthony, did not deserve murder conviction. Manslaughter, I would agree with that. Involuntary manslaughter. But premeditated murder? Come on, guys. Be realistic. And to think that I wasn't going to get emotional and to think that I wasn't going to call out the justice system? Are you kidding me? Have you not watched me? Today was very heavy for America with 3 Ks. I said it. And when I talk about white people, you guys know that I'm not talking about every white person. You know that I'm not talking about your whole race. And for you to get offended because I called out the justice system, then this isn't the page for you. It isn't the page for you. Jay, what do you have to say about today?
Well, I've had several different conversations about it. People want to know my opinion on it.
Mm-hmm.
I heard about it late because I was working.
Mm-hmm.
But towards the end of my job, a lot of people came up to me and you know that because it's the people that actually watch our live and stuff, so they know what we do. So they was like, "What you think about it?"
There's somebody has some feedback. I hear the song twice.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I had to turn it down a little bit. But
I'm sorry, guys.
But I feel like we really don't have too much to go off for, but by what we do, I feel like it should be assault with a deadly weapon.
Assault with a
I
deadly
agree.
weapon. I will go as far as even involuntary manslaughter. I will go as far as that because that has no meditation. I'm lactose intolerant. I can't eat no ice cream. You do not want me to eat no ice cream. Give that to Jacob. Sorry, guys. And you know I'm diabetic. I can't eat that. No, I don't. Israel, you eat them both. Sorry, that's my son. But I would have agreed with involuntary manslaughter. Let me explain why. About over a decade ago, I'm gonna say a family member of mine unalived a man, and she unalived a man in self-defense. However, she was at a place that she was not supposed to be. if that makes sense. So they tried to charge her with murder like they did Karmelo. So I prayed about it. I prayed with her about it. And back then, a lot of people of my family members really did depend on my wisdom when it came to what to do. And so she asked the judge to allow me to come down to the courtroom. And I went down to the courtroom and I told her, I said, I know that you didn't mean to do it. I know that you didn't start it. And I know that you were defending yourself. However, because a life was taken, I believe that you have to pay something, right? So they had a deal on the table for her. And I begged her to take it. And she took it, and it was manslaughter. And she did her time. And she was home in 6 years. I never said that Karmelo didn't deserve any form of punishment. I was against the murder charge. And I wholeheartedly believe if they would have charged him with the right charge, that 75% of African Americans probably would have understood. But premeditated murder is overkill. And I'm so tired of our children and our black men and our women being treated differently in the justice system. What do you think?
So I try to put myself in a situation.
Okay.
How I know myself. So if I'm sitting down and a kid come up to me and say, saying you can't be up in this tent and it's raining. First of all, I feel like he got under the tent because it was raining. He probably wasn't trying to get wet. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know the facts of the case or whatever, but I would most likely think that he got under because it was raining. But if somebody came to me and was like, "Oh, get from up under the tent,"
right.
If it's not their personal tent, I would have felt some type of way. I would have asked them like what you mean? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like that. And if the nigga world was called, I don't know if it was called or not. But that was if that was called by me questioning or something like that, and then I see his brother pull up on me, even if I keep a weapon on me, I might have not used the weapon right then and there, but I probably put my paws on them, and they're just off the sake of it's like just by history, we know what we go through. Right. So if a threat, a visual threat, don't have to come to us for us to be threatened.
Right.
Because it's the same way as for the police.
Well, 9 times out of 10, I mean, let's go back to this childhood. Let's just go back to childhood, right? We've already felt that intimidation from them growing up. We've already felt the rejection from them growing up. We've already felt the division. And I'm talking as a black woman to my white supporters. I still love y'all. I don't have a racist bone in my body, but y'all, I'm being realistic. We were born into this type of fear. Okay? Fear of losing your job, losing your life, fear of all type of things. Because we were treated differently. And you don't understand that we were treated differently and we started to notice that. I think I was about 5 years old when I started to notice the difference in treatment. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No need to bring a knife to a fist fight. Okay.
We're going to talk about it. It's no big deal.
With that, it wasn't like a planned fight and he brought the knife to the fight.
Correct.
That's not considered making a knife to a fist fight.
Right.
And first of all, I believe in fair one-on-one fights. I believe in that. But in this generation, you would never know. And so I'm so cautious, and then that's why I really try to stay to myself.
Right.
I go home. I try not to put myself in no type of environment, especially get-togethers and stuff like that with people that's not my family. I don't like doing it because so much happens now to where You would never know.
It should have never been a fight. I mean, if, in my opinion, okay, so Carmelo, everybody knows my channel knows I have a speech impediment. If he said something like your team is ass and he's joking around or whatever, all right, if he's interrupting whatever you guys got going on, you get up and you go tell your coach there's a kid that's under the tent that is not supposed to be there. He's disrupting, and let the coach handle it. Because most of the time, kids respond to authorities. They don't respond to other children, just like what Jay said.
If he was in so much fear, why be us going to the tent? These are real questions. Okay,
Can we wait? We need to get through our first thoughts before we get to the comments.
Okay, what you about? What you were asking?
I was about to ask Kai.
What was his peers?
They were not on the jury.
No, not the jury. I'm talking about at
the game,
the location, everything that's happened at. Where was his peers? Where was his teammates when all this was going on? Why was he over there alone? Or I'm assuming he was over there alone if 4 people joined him or tried to fight him.
We'll get back with you, Karina, on that. We don't have the file. We need the file. I mean,
yeah, I can't give too much of my thoughts until I know more details to say how I really feel about it. Other than the fact that I don't like the fact that they had a full white jury for his case.
No, right. Definitely wasn't a jury of his peers. But you know what? That brings us back to what? Paid opposition. Because his attorney had the right to object to that. Why didn't he?
That's true.
Why did he allow that to happen?
That's true. I haven't seen that in a long time. I didn't even think they did that.
Mm-hmm.
All white jury. I haven't seen.
In my opinion, it was a setup. So let's take some questions. Go ahead, Jay, because I know you wanted to respond to. And hey, Karina, see you in a long time. Good to see you, baby girl. Welcome.
Okay, would you agree that he shouldn't have been under that tent if he knew he had conflict with those boys? If he was in so much fear, why be under the tent? These are real questions.
So how do we know he already had prior conflict with them or not? Did he even know them?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's what I'm saying. That's the kind of questions I got. I want to know, did he already know these students prior to, or was it just by chance? Like Jay said, it started raining and he just went up under the nearest tent. Like, the important details like that, I would need to know before I get my analysis on anything.
We need the narrative reports. We need the eyewitness accounts. We need the surveillance footage. We need all of that. And I want all of that. I don't want to go by what the mainstream media is telling us, because we all know that the mainstream media is paid opposition as well. But that's a good question. Go ahead, Jay. Did you have something to say?
Gabrielle said he was over there because one of his friends called him to the tent. All right, so why if that's true, did the friend help in this altercation, or did the friend go try to go get somebody to come, an adult to come fizz out the melee? Like, them the kind of questions I got.
My thing is, I mean, at the end of the day, we can have all of these sidetracks, or side questions, like he shouldn't have been under there, he should have just left. But why are we overlooking the fact that Hunter and his twin brother decided to approach this kid while he was sitting down, and they're bigger than him, and try to police the tent? Why are we trying to ignore that? If we're going to talk about the facts, can we please talk about all the facts? Because see, that's not how I raise my kids. If you see somebody doing something wrong, you go grab an adult. That's what a kid does. You do not take it upon yourself to try to handle the situation yourself. Now, that's my opinion. Why are we overlooking that? At the end of the day, nobody wins in this situation. Austin lost his life because he put his hands on Karmelo. And Karmelo is losing a majority of his life behind bars if he doesn't win an appeal. My only complaint about that is that the charge, the conviction, the premeditated part, they did not prove intent. Do you think that they proved intent? Please put it in the comments. And remember, on this channel, we can agree to disagree. We can have different opinions. Let's talk about it. All right. Angela says, let's meet the super chat goal tonight, Truth Gang. Yes, please do. I mean, like the live, share the live. If you're able, bless the channel, super chat, super sticker, gifts. We also have, you can become a channel member on Facebook or on YouTube, and you can send Cash App or PayPal. Please bless the channel because we are doing the work and we're on here almost every night and we're trying to, to just spend time with you guys and do the work. So we appreciate it in advance. Olivia says, hey. Betty Burke says, premeditated murder my ass. Ma'am, I agree, man. That's the only thing I disagree with, man. It's two things. I'm not going to say the only thing because it's two things I disagree with. One, never put your hands on somebody. You don't know what the response that you're going to get. You don't know what they're going to do. You don't know what they have on them. You don't know their mindset. You don't know if they're afraid. You don't know if something that's happened to them in the past. You don't know if they've been bullied. You don't know that. So keep your hands to yourself. And the bottom line is this. If Austin would have kept his hands to himself, Austin would still be here. All right. Anybody else? I'm sorry. Kyle, you got anything to say?
Mm-mm.
I agree with both of those things. I don't agree with. Well, it's three things I don't agree with. I don't agree with him putting hands. If he put his hands on him, then to me, there is cause for self-defense. If you put your hands on me in a aggressive way, nigga, I'm about to defend myself. So that's one. Two, I do not agree. I would never agree. And I'm not racist either, but I'm sorry. I do not agree with no all-white jury.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
Now, if we gonna do it like that, I'll pick a jury of some of the white people I know that's equal. Like that,
correct.
They have the mindset that, you know what I'm saying, they everybody human beings. And then that'd be fine. And the third thing is I do not agree with the charge itself.
I don't. I agree with you. Cruz says railroaded. I agree. Gab says in Texas, Johnson County and Collin County are some of the worst counties in Texas. I'm not really familiar with Texas, but just based off what was done here in this trial is crazy work. And does anybody know if the Anthonys had a public defender? I heard that today, that they had a public defender instead of a paid lawyer. Let me know if you can research that and let me know. Kai, can you read the comments for me?
No, the friend didn't help, and when he was put on the stand, he lied and said they weren't friends. What race was this friend? Was he black or white?
Black. But we all know that it's easy to intimidate, threaten, and coerce a black child, because like I said, we were born into. Jay, you're on here twice. You're on here twice. Which one are you going to stay on? J9.
Yeah.
You're on here twice.
I know I'm about to get off right quick. I'm about to go to the kitchen real quick.
All right. Thank you so much, Angela Nelson. You are always blessing the channel. You're about the only one that sends a channel super chat. So I thank you so much for blessing us. We appreciate you. You are a blessing to this channel. If it wasn't for you, we probably wouldn't be on the internet because there's bills to be paid and I can't pay them. I ain't even gonna lie. But let's see. Kai, can you read?
That friend downplayed there said friendship in court.
That's sad. Like, share. Thank you so much, Angela. Terrence says Gabrielle Fuller. He damn sure did. We're gonna go ahead. Thank you again, Angela. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pull up a video somebody sent me, and let's just watch that real quick and see. I didn't get a chance to watch it. Let's watch it together. And guys, again, warning on this channel, you can disagree with people. We're not racist. We love white people. I mean, hell, Angela's white and she's a moderator. And we love black. We love everybody. But don't treat our people wrong, man. Don't treat our people wrong. All right, let's get into it. What the? Oh my God. Technical difficulties. Let me go back and find it. I was trying to find the button. All right. Hold on. Let's try that again. Stop share and share screen. And here we are. Let's see if we can get it to play this time.
Be upset with me. But it's time that we have a come to Jesus moment and have a conversation respectively from lenses. So Karmelo Anthony was found guilty. They threw out self-defense claims, right? White people are saying justice for Austin Metcalf, but will he really get justice? Let's be real. No, he's dead. This shows is that white people turn into straight vultures. At the expense of dead white people at the hands of non-white people, you extract nutrients from a corpse to validate your whiteness, to reinforce the white supremacy that those who aren't white do not have the right to take your lives, even if the white person is at fault. That's your lenses. This is annotated in history, and there's hundreds of cases where it's been to be fact. We know this justice system isn't set up to protect us. And only through your lenses do you think, yeah, justice for Austin Metcalf, and he's gonna go to prison. And all of these things you have in your mind that you utilize with an imagination, think is gonna happen to him. He killed a white kid. He's gonna go to prison. He's gonna fall into a car. And already he has a body. And in prison, race relations isn't how it is out here. Blacks don't fuck with whites. And coming into the prison system with a dead white person, you're off to a good fucking start. These are the lenses you don't look through. So at the end of the day, it's nighttime. But Austin's parents won't be able to see their baby. Karmelo Anthony's parents will go up to that prison and see him. At the end of the day, Karmelo Anthony, until proven otherwise by news reports say that he was murdered in prison, still has a life. And no matter how you feel about him, there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Now, what continuity of American history, knowing that 50 years ago, if Karmelo Anthony did this, they would have kicked in his door, snatched him out, found a tall tree and give him a long neck. All he had to do was put on the motherfucking seatbelt.
That must be his music. I'm hearing background music, and I'm trying to figure out where it is.
And enjoy the ride, knowing that the justice system would not even give a fuck about his defense claims. That's cool. But the bigger message to black people is to no longer hesitate to do what you got to do when white people feel that they're the police and want to make you comply and remove you from spaces that they don't even own themselves. It's more of a win for black people than white people. A black kid killed a white kid, spent his life in prison. He's still alive. And it shows black people to not hesitate and or be scared to handle your fucking business when these disrespectful, racist white people want to move you out of your space as if they're the fucking world police. Power to the motherfucking people. Hey, let's have a real conversation. Right, white people, you're going to definitely be upset.
Okay, so, all right, he snapped. Okay, but you know what? Nobody won in this situation. Nobody. Not nobody. Like, you have two families that are grieving. You have the Metcalfs that are grieving the loss of Austin. And you have the Anthonys that are grieving the loss of the freedom of Karmelo. Now, Karina did say something interesting. She said, it said his family raised over $600,000, and instead of hiring a good attorney, and they bought a new house and 2 vehicles. I hope that's not true. Oh my God. I hope that is not true, but I heard that as well. If they did that, they gambled with this child's life. They gambled with his life. If that's what they took the GoFundMe and did, with the money allegedly, then I feel so bad for Karmelo because he was failed. He was failed by his parents, if that's what happened. What do you all think?
Man, for one, what's wrong with our race, man? Like,
Come on, man.
now I'm about to talk about our race.
Mm-hmm.
Why, when it comes to money, y'all do some of the most unthinkable things, bro.
I'm gonna go ahead and say the shit that y'all scared to.
I don't know. That's crazy.
Are you still talking?
Oh, I guess he thought you was gonna play something after he had took a pause in his sentence.
No. I was waiting on him to make his statement. I'm waiting on you to give your commentary. I'm waiting for people to drop comments. We need to talk about it. If that's what happened, they gambled with this son with their child's life, and that's crazy diabolical.
Because for one, I don't feel like he needed a public defender.
If they got a public defender, then I'm going to look at them very sad ways. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to look at them very sad ways, because why would you get a public defender in that county? The only time that I think that a public defender is good to have is if you are in the
Yeah. Oh, I ain't gonna lie. Now I can agree with that. Them jokers fight like real lawyers, like paid lawyers.
Right.
Mm.
They
So
do.
guys,
Federal lawyers, them jokers don't play.
yep. Yeah, I agree. All right, well, somebody else sent me another video. Let's take a look at what this has to say. Jay, you doing a little bit too much moving, bro. You got Monty over nervous. Just nervous. Hold on. Let's take a look at what this guy has to say. And again, we're not racist on this channel. Today was very emotional. You can unfollow if you want to. I'm still non-biased and I'm still not racist, but I still am a black woman. I am an African-American woman who has felt the oppression of being an African-American woman for 51 years. It is what it is. Okay, let's see what he has to say. See, I done took it off mute, right? But he's still muted. I don't get that. And why does it keep doing that?
I know the music loud in my headphones.
No, it ain't. But let me turn it down. I don't understand, first of all, why it keeps doing that, though. It keeps, like, going mute. And I'm taking it off mute, and it's still not playing. I'll try it again. My nerves is bad. What's that noise?
I'm gonna go ahead and say the shit that y'all scared to say about this verdict today. The reason why Austin felt so comfortable putting his hand on.
Okay, hold on. Let's try it again. Hopefully it plays.
I'm gonna go ahead and say the shit that y'all scared to say about this verdict today. The reason why Austin felt so comfortable putting his hand on Karmelo, even though Karmelo has set a boundary, is because white people still see us as their property. Oh yeah, even though we're not in slavery, they still look at us as their property, honey. The fact that we even want to set up a boundary, to them, that's us having audacity for trying to have bodily autonomy. And we already know Caucasians are curious creatures. So they're gonna test the limits, they're gonna poke the bear, they're gonna push the button, and they're gonna cross the line every damn time. And it's always gonna start off small as a little microaggression, like mispronouncing your name, not calling you by your title. Then all of a sudden it starts to get physical. And even though they put their hands on us first, even though they pressed our buttons first, we will always be seen as the aggressor. We will always be the villain, not the victim. Because let me tell you why. Because being black and existing is a form of resistance to these white supremacists. Every system that they set in place was meant for us to fail, but yet we have prevailed. We still find joy, even though we're faced with injustice. We still find hope when things are hopeless. Let me say this in closing to any Caucasians watching this. Like a bow, I don't care how far you try to pull us back and back and back. The kinetic energy in the black community will always propel us forward. I'm gonna go ahead and say the shit that y'all
All
scared to say
right.
about this verdict today. The reason why Austin felt so comfortable putting his hand on Karmelo.
How do you guys feel about what he just said? I mean,
1,000% agree.
I do too. And they don't really understand it. Even our white friends, the people that we care about, our white family members, they don't really understand. They don't really understand why we are angry, why we are hurting, thinking that we should have gotten past this by now. Well, you can't get past something when it hasn't ended yet. That's just facts. You can't get past something that has not ended. And at this point, it has not ended, in my opinion. Let's take a look at what this one says, and then after this, we'll get right into the Kendrick Johnson content. So
I'm not gonna deal with Jeff Metcalf and his racist ass shit. What? Bullying people out of their damn seats. What do you mean, bullying? You said jury will be sequestered. As long as it takes. No, they're not gonna be sequestered right now. They're working on the jury charge. Come back in the morning for opening or for closing statements, and then the jury will deliberate. When they're done deliberating, the judge said they can call it whatever time they want to, but they're going straight to a hotel. I know you don't be No, I ain't gonna be back up here because I'm not gonna deal with Jeff Metcalf and his racist ass shit. What? Bullying people out of their damn seats. What do you mean bullying? Him and his family bullied us out of our seat, which is the whole reason we're here in this trial. That's how this trial came to be, is because his kids are bullies and want to bully people out of their seat.
Well,
and what did he do? He turned around and sat and did it to all of us inside the courtroom and laughed about it. So where do you think his kids learn to be bullies at? Probably in their environment. That's all I'm gonna say.
okay, so let's talk about that. Because we've been extensively going over the Kendrick Johnson file, right? Who is alleged to be a bully? Who's alleged to be a bully when it comes to Kendrick Johnson?
The adults or the kids?
In the family, just the Bell family.
Rick Bell.
Yes. So that sounds kind of familiar. Now, this lady who looks to me like she's Caucasian, she just accused the dad, Metcalf, of bullying people out of their seats and laughing about it. Who does that sound like? Rick Bell.
Yeah.
Right? So, could the kids be a product of their father or parents? Yeah. It's not impossible. We've seen it before. Let's not be naive. And with that being said, in this clip that we're about to look at for Kendrick Johnson, I see some stuff that brings so many questions that we need to watch the full 16-minute clip. Because we need to talk about this. There's some things going on in this hallway. I'm so glad that we got to the hallway clip. Because now we're seeing different things, different activities and things of that nature. So let's get right into this. Does anybody else want to talk about, have anything to say about the Karmelo Anthony verdict? We're upset. We're hurt. They needed a paid lawyer. They needed a paid lawyer. And if they didn't get a paid lawyer, then that's really not much I can say about it. All right, if not, let's get right into this footage. Did I not share it? What the heck is going on? All right, this is part 6. It's the hallway footage is diabolical. It's so many, I don't know what, questionable things going on. So let's just watch it together. Let's talk about it. Drop your questions. Please observe. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. Please look at the black children too. Please look at the black children too. There's a group of kids that do not even look like they belong at this school. Now, this is alleged. I don't know as a fact. But
The Kendrick Johnson
pay attention,
case.
please.
CCTV footage from Lowndes High School.
attention to who's coming in and out of the door. Some strange activity that's going to go on in this hallway. What caught my attention is people are stopping, looking in that gym as if something is going on. But what really caught my attention was a group of black children. Say what you want to. Come on, what do you guys think? Did you guys get a chance to watch this clip?
No, I've been pretty busy today. I haven't been able to watch anything today.
Okay. That's Brian Bell, guys. His hat is backwards, I believe. Allegedly, that's Brian Bell. He has a hat on his head.
Brian or Brandon?
No. Sorry, guys. Brandon Bell, allegedly. I'm sorry. It's Brandon Bell. He changed into that. This kid is very, very, very suspect right here. Pay attention to him. He doesn't look like he belongs there. He doesn't act like he belongs there. Pay attention to this kid. How he's peeking in. That was Brandon, Angela. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's crazy. Why people in that in the gym like that?
He doesn't look like he belongs there. Does he look like he belongs there to you guys?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
He goes in and out as if he's like looking and he's lost. He doesn't look like he belongs. And just look how he's looking around and stuff like that. This kid, who is this kid? Goes in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
This is the wrestling team, I believe, that's gathering their things to leave. Yes, Angela, it does. The dark hallway. We saw those shorts in the dark hallway. Good eye. Good eye. Something's going on, guys. There's going to be a group of them that comes in that looks like they don't belong there. Guys, we got 36 people in here. We only got 15 likes. The likes, the super chats, the super stickers, the gifts, the shares is what pushes the video through the algorithm. If I can please just at least get you guys to like the live. Hi, Reggie. We are watching surveillance footage from the Kendrick Johnson case from Lowndes High School. Kendrick Johnson is a 17-year-old kid that was found rolled up in a gym mat, unalived back on January 11, 2013. This is the real surveillance footage. So it looks like that maybe classes are changing, but these children are going outside. But it's the children that are acting really weird that are circling the gym. There's another clip as well that you would see kids stopping, looking, holding their mouths. Something's going on in that gym. And guess who? Guess who we're gonna see in this clip? Acting weird. Gray and white shirt. Going into the gym. They're the only three. One looks in, backs back out, turns around like he don't want nothing to do with it, or like he was looking for somebody or looking for something. Hey, Elizabeth, welcome, babe. But these are all black kids, guys. And it's not over. What are you thinking, Kai?
I ain't seen that boy that was looking lost come back in the frame yet.
Oh, he will. He's in the bathroom, man. Probably hiding. Because he probably heard the bell ring or something. Because remember that? That's when all the kids start coming, remember? So he went and hid, in my opinion. Now he comes back out. There he is. Still looking. Goes into the gym this time. How did that happen? Did y'all see that? He went into the gym. That's the same. Ain't that the same kid? No, it's not. Lord have mercy. Why does he look like he's the same kid? Oh, the shorts are different. He has on khaki. Okay, he has on khaki. Gotcha. Well, they look the same. And the other one, okay, he has on like the khaki shorts. Or army looking shorts. Is that army looking shorts?
Yeah, that's army print.
Okay, all right, cool.
Camo.
And he has on light blue shorts. Why are they looking like to see if somebody's looking before they go in there? Maybe it's just a normal reaction, you know? Could I be making something out of nothing? It's possible. Oh, there he is. Gray and white shirt. He's acting weird to me. Like he's looking out. Christian Valentine, please get off my live. We posting the file. This ain't rage bait, dumbass. Sick of y'all idiots. If you don't want to see the file, don't come to my page. If anybody's posting rage bait, it'd be not on this page. It's Food Lady. Very suspicious, isn't it? You think so, Campbell? That's possible, babe. It really is. Campbell says, now what is he coming out with that damn suitcase for? What is that? The toolbox. And he's
well, we
looking around.
seen that on the other clip of the actual hallway.
Right. So where they're going into, that is the wrestling room or the locker room. So
But they just came out of this.
Yeah.
It came out of that hallway to the locker room.
Oh, now we know where we're looking at. See, I didn't know where we were looking at.
Yeah, that was the hallway to the locker room.
So we're looking at the other view. So that room right there that these kids keep going into is the locker room. Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That makes sense. Now I kind of get.
That's why I said I even peeped that out like weeks ago when we was when I first came on the panel with y'all, and how that clip we just kept seeing of Brandon going in and out like he was trying to do something. I was like, oh yeah, they got to be the locker room.
Okay, that makes sense now. That makes sense. Now, in the other clip, did y'all see Clay Griffiths and them walking back and forth? I posted it on Facebook, but there's been a lot of Karmelo drama going on today, so I don't think people really paid attention to Kendrick's videos I posted today. Very interesting. That makes sense. He got 35 years, Angela said. They sentenced this boy that fast. That's crazy work. I guess it could have been worse, you know. You see these kids that came from outside? These are the ones that look weird to me. What do you all think? They look like they don't belong at that school for some reason, and they're going straight to the gym. I believe the Fight Club was going on. What do you all think? Drop the comments. Look at all these kids that are coming from outside.
You know what? You know what's crazy? I was thinking about that too.
Mm-hmm.
You said that. I feel like this time of the day that they was doing over there in that corner. Mm-hmm. Now this door that they're coming from outside, that's the front of the school.
That's the side. That door is the door where the police and stuff was standing in front of.
Yeah, that's the front of the school.
Yeah. It's not actually the front, it's like next to it though.
Yeah. But I'm saying you could see the parking lot from that door. Right.
But look how these kids are acting, guys. They don't act like they belong at this school. Am I paranoid? Let's back this up a little bit. Am I paranoid? I could be. Let's watch this again. It doesn't look like they belong there for some reason.
I won't necessarily say they don't belong at the school. I'll say that they don't belong in the gym at that current time.
No. Let me explain why I say that. They have no book bags. They have no books. They got hands in their pockets and jackets on. When your hands are in your pockets, you're kind of nervous, if that makes sense. They have nothing in their hands that gives any type, no pencils, no folder, not even a folder like Kendrick had. No book, no backpack, no nothing. I don't believe these children belong at Lowndes High School. I don't think they're students. If you will, like, pay attention. They have nothing like the other.
I'm not gonna disvalidate your opinion, but I think they just don't belong in this gym at that current time. I just won't necessarily say they're not students there.
It's a whole lot of them coming from the outside. I really don't. None of them have a book. None of them have a notepad. None of them have a book bag. They're not even carrying a pen. They got on jackets, hoodies, concealing their, with hoods over their heads. It doesn't look like these kids belong there, but I could be wrong, We're all speculating. Thank you so much, Darlene, for blessing the channel. We really appreciate you, baby. We need it. I'm sorry, guys. To me, they don't look like they belong there. And then they go right back outside. Let's talk about it. What do you all think? Now, you have a few that looks like they're going towards the ramp, but he still got a hoodie on and his hands in his pocket. He wouldn't. Oh, wow. Did he go into the wrestler? Oh, wow. These kids don't belong at this school. Those are other two that went up, they're lookouts. He got his hands in his pocket. He doesn't look like he belongs there. And he goes right back out. We really do. Even this kid is acting. When you have your hands in your pocket, you are in a not familiar place. You're in defense mode, in my opinion. You're in a place that you're not familiar. No backpacks, no books, no pens, no notepads, no nothing. Look in, turn around. All right. She turns around. She sees something and turns around. She sees something and turns around. Come on, guys. What is going on? Even this kid got something in his hand. Those kids didn't have nothing in their hand. Hands in the pocket, hoods up. I do not believe they're students. I'm sorry to say. Here's a lookout. This kid, this coach or whoever he is, he even had stuff in his hand. But those kids, they had absolutely nothing. All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What do y'all think? What do y'all think that was going on here? Come on.
It could have been. It could have been. They was doing the fighting thing, and it might have been some jumping at that time. So,
do you think that something was going on?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it obviously was something. We just don't know exactly what it was.
I mean, I agree, man. I agree. Something was weird about that. I don't like. Do you think that those kids that walk from the outside in with all that weird behavior, with no school supplies, no book bags, no nothing, hoodies on, hands in the pocket, do you believe that they actually were students of Lowndes High School, or am I imagining things?
You know what, Tasha? That's very interesting. I feel like something was going on in there, and since he just said that, you remember the footage that we saw where the coach was in their corner and there was a kid walking up to it, and he got the kid to turn around, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the coaches was probably in on it.
Yeah.
That way too.
We heard that the staff knew about the fight club.
Exactly. So if anybody would have had the power to have it to where certain kids can come in there, it would be the coach.
I agree. Come on, KTV. What do you think?
Well, like I said, I can't say that them kids didn't belong there or not. I just feel like they just weren't supposed to be in that area at the particular time. Okay. From the school that I went to, you necessarily we had some what's the now term YNs now. I don't know what we called them back then when I was in school, but you had some of them kind of kids that didn't carry no kind of school supplies, no book bag. They just carried themselves throughout the whole day. and just go to class with nothing. So it could have also been that too.
Okay. Yep. Okay. 'Cause, we're all just speculating. What do y'all think? Let's take a poll. Do you think that those children look like they belong at the school, or do you think that they were, like Kai said, they were just skipping school and they just went to school and didn't actually participate in their classes? And where was security? Where were the teachers? That was like 15 minutes of footage, and there was no supervision. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that those children went there. Put a 2 in the chat if you think that they were outsiders. And I'm gonna pull up the next clip. That'll be the last clip we watch, and we'll get to reading the deposition, and then we'll let you guys out of here. Okay, Tasha said probably skipping class. Okay. Anybody else?
Sounds about right. They were skipping class. They was probably plenty of time they were skipping class to participate in the fight.
So
That's what I'm saying. So that wouldn't just justify that they should have like a book bag or some type of school supply. They could just very well be skipping class and left all their belongings to go see what's going on in this gym.
Okay, Betty Burke says skipping class as well. Terry Henderson says skipping class. Angela says possibly outside. All right, guys, thank you so much. I mean, we're just speculating. We don't know because we just don't know. But it was some weird behavior going on, don't you think? I think it was.
And then also too, I feel like just us knowing the location of where this gym is at and that door that they was walking in from outside. If I know I didn't belong on campus at that school, I would not be trying to go into an entrance of where a whole bunch of people could see me at. I would go like in a back door somewhere.
Okay.
Not in broad daylight where everybody could see me.
Okay, I understand. Now, first of all, I want to say thank you so much, S-Val, for being a new member. Guys, membership on YouTube is $2.99 a month. Membership on Facebook is only 99 cents a month. So we are not trying to break you. But if you can support us, please support us, because Auntie does some super crazy stuff sometimes that make me lose subscribers. But at the end of the day, I'm pissed off about the verdict. All right. So yes, there was a student on that podcast that said that they would skip class in that area. So that is possible. I'm just looking at the fact that some of the kids had their hoods up, like trying to conceal their identity and hands in their pocket. Either way, it was a suspicious activity, in my opinion. All right, let's watch one more clip, and then after this clip, we'll get it right back to the deposition, and then we will end for tonight. We'll take a break, and then tomorrow we'll take a break, and we'll see you guys on Thursday, because I just got to it's been very draining today. You know what I'm saying? So let's just get back into it. I want the Karmelo Anthony file. I want that file. We need to be able to make our own decision. I don't trust others' judgments, and it is what it is. And we know why. So let's get into it.
The Kendrick Johnson case. CCTV footage from Lowndes High School.
Can you guys see that? Is this the first adult that we've ever seen? That we've seen in this footage there's some disabled children coming out of the gym. And guys, we are watching this footage backwards, by the way. The clip that I just posted was, I think, was before this. Why is the title up there so long? I might have to re-upload this. I should have cut the title off by now. Right, where was security? I agree, Stephanie. Genaria says probably skipping class. Thank you. Don't tell me I made a mistake and left that title up there all through the video. If so, I will correct it. Because it's covering up some very important things. You know, while we're watching this footage, I really wish that they gave as much energy as they in trying to convict somebody in the Karmelo case. I wish they would put that energy into the Kendrick Johnson case. I really do. Dang. I can't see who was going. Oh, guys, I'm going to have to redo this one. Because, is that Brian Bell? And I can't. The devil's a lie. I mean, if that is all the way through this video, I'm gonna just. It is. I made a mistake. I didn't cut it off, guys. I'm gonna redo part 5 so that we can see who's going into that room, if you don't mind. And I apologize for that. I'll be trying to multitask. You know, so let's go to part 4 real quick and see what we can find there. And I will fix part 5. I promise you. I apologize. With everything in me, but you know, Auntie be having technical difficulties. But I wouldn't be Auntie if I didn't have those. All right, let's look at this one instead. This has some interesting stuff too in it as well.
The Kendrick Johnson case. CCTV footage from Lowndes High School.
I was supposed to cut it off just like I cut that off, and I didn't. So we got girls coming out of the wrestling room. Is that the really? Is that the hallway?
That's the hallway to go to the locker rooms, and at the end of the hallway, it leads straight to the wrestling room. So the first room, when you first walk in that door, to the right is a door to go to the girls' locker room, and then down the hall to the right is the boys' locker room.
We thank God for Kai TV because he be on that location. But look how she looks in there and scoots the kids along. Thank you so much, Kai. You're such an important part of the team. Everybody say shout out to Kai TV. And where old nephew at? In there probably cooking. Today probably wasn't a good day for a nephew, but I just wanted to go live because I was losing supporters because I said what I said, and I'm not going to take that back. I said what I said. Shit. And if I lose supporters just for disagreeing with the verdict because of the charge, it is what it is. I'm not going to worry about that. If you're on Facebook, please send stars if you can. If you're on YouTube, super stickers, super chats, or even just become a member. That would help. That would help us with the overhead. Because I guarantee you, the Truth Gang is going to grow. There's the most famous janitor that we've ever seen in the world. Do you guys see him back there? Where's our sound bites? You got to send me the sound bites.
I'm not home.
I didn't know that. You at work?
No, I'm not home. Though. I'm at work earlier.
That's why you got to send them to me, just in case you're not home, so I can play them. Didn't we just see this? Or is it different students? That's the same lady, right?
It's the same one. They must have came back out of that door.
So whatever's going on right now, it looks like it may have to do with like disability gym. Maybe. I don't see like really any weird activity. Darlene says, shout out. Darlene. Stephanie says, here come Blue Jacket. You right? And Darlene says, sleep. Shanaria says, probably skipping class. Yes, I agree. Stephanie says, where was security girl? I don't know. When I was in high school, they was everywhere. I've never seen nothing like this before. Okay, so if we don't see anything that's real interesting, there he is again. We'll stop. But guys, these clips are on Facebook and they're also on YouTube. They're also on my TikTok as well. Guys, follow me on TikTok as well, please. I'm gonna go ahead and post my TikTok and my Kick link. We got 4 platforms that we're on. How do I post my link? I don't even know. Do I have a link to my profile? Do you know? Kai, you know I don't know anything about this.
Which profile?
Well, I was wanting people to follow me on TikTok, but where's my link? I don't know where the link is. Oh, here it is. Here's my TikTok link. Please follow on TikTok. Because we're going to start going live on TikTok as well. Right, Kai?
Mm-hmm.
Please follow my TikTok. I just put it on Facebook. Just hit the link and follow. So, have we seen anything interesting?
No. I do think that this is the, I guess, time period for the disabled kids to have their gym class.
Okay. So, let me see if I can speed it up. If we don't see any weird kid behavior, then we'll go ahead and get on to the deposition. And like I said, guys, all of this is posted on Facebook. Let's get back to studying the evidence, okay? Today was a throw off, but life is life. So he's going into the gym. Looks like that, like you said, it's the disabled kids. I don't really see anything going on except right here. Let me back up. You'll see a kid start running down the hallway. Here, running out the gym. But it's hard for me to believe there's anything that's in there that's going on when there's a coach and a disabled. Is he crying? Did you see that, Kai?
Rewind a bit.
All right. The kid running. He comes back. He looks like he's either on the phone or crying. Like he saw something. You see that? Maybe nothing. Could be nothing. All right, there he is again. He's going in the gym. She holding her eyes. What the hell? She's looking at something. Is she on the phone? Are they calling 911? Because he was on the phone too when he walked into that bathroom. I don't know what's going on. Is this the morning they possibly could have found him? I don't know. I'm skipping around, guys. All right. Again, this video is prior to the first one I showed. There go infamous Clay. Y'all see? Infamous Clayton Griffiths. Y'all remember Clayton Griffiths was the one that had his socks and shoes off with his jacket and his black hoodie and his shorts walking down the hall looking like he's confused with the seasons. Let's get past that. Here come dude again, running out the gym. Hold on. But again, it's hard for me to believe that anything's going on in that gym when you see the disabled children going in. All right, we're almost at the end of this one. And then we'll go to the deposition. So this is clip number 4, and it doesn't look like it was a lot of weird stuff going on. Make sure you guys go back and you study clip number 4. Study the clips that we posted today. Please study those clips. Very interesting activity going on in those clips. You ready to read, Jay? You ready to read, Jay? What you cook? But you show us your meals. All right, now we got some chicken wings,
some yellow rice, some shrimp,
some yams.
Some yams.
I love
all right, in there too.
How you like yams?
It's crazy. I just started eating them probably like 2 or 3 years ago, and and I never wanted to eat them as a kid because of the color of them, just how they look. But my mom's like, they're sweet. And I was like, you couldn't convince me to eat it until a few years ago.
They are good, man. They are good.
I love yams.
They are good. They are good. All right. Let's see. Let's pull up the deposition. Let's get to reading. Y'all ready? Let's go. Let's start at
put my own special
Mr. Copeland.
My own special seasoning sauce on the wings.
What you use?
I'll tell you the secret after live.
You can't tell the world the secret.
Can't tell the world.
You can't tell the truth, gang.
Somebody might open up a restaurant.
That's crazy.
Got
Right.
you know the oyster lady, the oxtail lady gonna be watching.
Boy, somebody inboxed me and said, you know, the after you start posting the oxtail, the food lady is starting to cover the Karmelo Anthony case. I'm like, she do every goddamn thing the truth game. But at the end of the day, can't nobody duplicate us. Can't nobody.
She supposed to be strictly helping inject them.
No, the money. The money. What you say about the money? What you say about the money, J9?
One side for the money, the other for justice. They fooling the blind. They fooling the public.
Lose. It is what it is, baby. All right, guys, let's start out with Mr. Copeland. That's me. Mr. King, for the record, are you no longer videotaping this deposition?
I'm not. The batteries gave out, so it will not be used. There is the file of Mr. Bradley.
Yes.
In Mr. Bradley's case, did anyone ever advise you that any of the clothing or personal effects of Mr. Bradley were missing?
Guys,
did anybody ever advise you of that?
Okay, let's explain who Mr. Bradley is. Mr. Bradley is Alfred Pierre Bradley Jr. Senior. Okay, I posted about him earlier this week. He is the one that Dr. Gaffney Craft did an autopsy report on the same day he did Kendrick, and it has been alleged that there's some type of connection. It's been alleged. There's some type of connection between his death, the Johnsons, and Kendrick's death, and that is alleged. All right, let's go. Oh my God.
Okay.
Looking at exhibit number
11, which is the record of examination from my memory. I was not advised of that, and looking at this, I do not see any documentation that anyone ever called about it.
And what about any claim of missing organs? Do you recall any such?
No, there was, again, from memory and not documented.
Jay, I'm gonna let you eat. Let me know when you're done. I'm gonna read, okay?
All right.
I'll let you eat. Go ahead.
And looking here at Plaintiff's Exhibit 16, do you see what appears to be some kind of wire-like?
Well, exhibit number 16 is going back to the autopsy on Kendrick Johnson. This is a photograph. I do not believe this was taken. No, this was not taken in the morgue. There is no identification photograph on it. Of course, I recognize it, and I do see wires in kind of a earbud phone type wire, headphone wires. And the only reason why I can tell that 100% is because at autopsy, during Kendrick Johnson's autopsy, exhibit number 1, I document accompanying the body lying on and across the upper chest is a set of white with black wire earphone buds. One of the attaching wires is broken. And then we also see on the back of his left forearm near the elbow that there is weighted Starburst candy wrapper that stuck to his elbow. So that was actually present at autopsy. Documented via autopsy, and this photograph shows that. But this was not taken at autopsy.
But had you seen that photograph before?
Yes, I have. Maybe not exactly cropped like this, but I've seen a photograph just like that.
And you were familiar with the description of the earbuds that he had in his hand, or?
Again?
Is that what we see in the photograph?
I can't tell you if they're in his hand. I can tell you what I saw at autopsy, but from the photograph, I cannot 100% say it's in his hand. His hand is overlying, but whether they're physically in his hand or not, I cannot tell you.
Well, what did you recall seeing at autopsy?
An autopsy, as just described, accompanying the body lying on and across the upper chest, is a set of white with black wire earphone buds. And then I mentioned that one of the wires is broken. So I said they were lying across his chest, and it would have been documented in the autopsy photographs also.
And so you did not see the wires in his hand or wrapped between his fingers or anything of that sort?
At autopsy, not in this photograph. I can't tell you. Again, I don't see it per se.
Where are the other photos?
This is the other autopsy. This is not Kendrick Johnson.
Okay. Do you have another photograph that is?
Oh, it's in another pile.
I want to make sure this is not duplicate or duplicate. Okay, that's it. And I wanted to ask you a question about looking at the fingernails once again. Does it appear as though the dark area along this particular nail looks as though it has been lifted and it is separating from the nail bed?
Which exhibit are we referring to?
That was the 16?
15.
15, I'm sorry.
So she already knew what he was talking about.
I think that was Mr. Copeland. I don't know. But it says, your description of lifting, no, I do not see that.
And the discoloration you think is attributable to?
Probably the purged fluid.
Okay, let me speak to my client. I'll be brief. And speaking off the record, I'm going to hand you what is now marked as Plaintiff's Exhibit 51 and ask you, have you ever seen that before?
I'm looking at my autopsy, which is State's Exhibit, Plaintiff's Exhibit 1, looking at the summary, interpretation part about things that I reviewed. I do not specifically say I saw an EMS report. I do know about an EMS report, and I was notified of what it said, but I can't tell you 100% whether I specifically looked at this EMS report.
Now going back to the last, which is going to be the third page, top where it writes history dispatched to a public building school for 17-year-old male complainant of cardiac arrest. Had anybody mentioned anything about cardiac arrest in any of the other reports that you have read?
No, but I have what I believe is an explanation for this.
What is that?
Is that every EMS record I get where the descendant is dead says complained of cardiac arrest.
Okay, it says events leading up to the EMS call. EMS requested, I believe, to Lowndes County, to Lowndes High School, to a code blue. Lowndes County Sheriff's Office resource officer on scene, patient in old gymnasium. Sample history upon EMS arrival, patient found partially inside large wrestling mat. Exposed were from mid-torso to head and arm. I don't know what PP stands for.
Patient.
Patient, okay. Add something, lividity, what is?
Visible or visible? Visible.
Okay.
Visual or visible? Visible.
Okay, and molting to face and arms. Large pool of blood and vomit around head. I don't know what the last word is. Maybe vomitus?
Vomitus.
From mouth and around patient. Bruising noted to right side jaw. Blood appeared to have something from eyes.
Okay, hold on. Let me address this. Karmelo had poor defense representation, and it comes down to you get what you pay for. He had defense because none of those guilty kids had any legal right to ask him to leave. I mean, I agree. I do agree. But see, we're no longer talking about Karmelo. We're talking about Kendrick Johnson. So we appreciate that, but we have ended that part of our life and we've moved on to the Kendrick Johnson case. So I hope you stick around and learn about Kendrick. Kendrick Johnson is a 17-year-old kid that was found January 11, 2013 at Lowndes High School in Valdosta, Georgia. All right, drained.
Drained from eyes and respiration. Now, where the EMS makes note of a bruising to the right, did you observe any bruising on the right side of the jaw of Kendrick Johnson?
No. Liar.
Do you see or did you see where the EMS may have or how they may have reached that conclusion?
I see where they interpreted or misinterpreted what they saw as bruising, but was congestive decomposition.
Okay, so now that you have the benefit of reading this, was your exposure to its contents before you had completed your autopsy report or after?
It was before, and if, again, I can't tell you 100%, but it was something in the way of they saw bruising of his face and neck area.
And did you recall seeing what you say they misinterpreted, or did you go back and look at photographs of what you may have collected at the time of the autopsy to then see what they have identified as bruising?
I saw, okay, at the autopsy, I saw congestive decomposition changes of the head and neck. As documented, congestive decomposition changes manifested by bloating, which is swelling. It's not swelling. You have to be alive to swell. Bloating is a decomposition thing that happens where people puff up. It's because of bacteria. Red, green, black skin discoloration with and without marbling, vesicle formation, skin slippage of the head, neck, torso, and upper extremities. So I have all those things which to the untrained eye may have appeared to be bruising.
Now, in Dr. Anderson's findings, do you recall him reaching a conclusion that seemed to be in line with the EMS observation of bruising to the right jaw?
Mr. Davidson, object to the form, but you may answer. For what I remember, I believe he said he did. He interpreted bruising to the right side of the jaw.
Okay.
Or neck area. I'm not sure which one. I can't remember for sure.
Do you think that or recall whether it involved the carotid artery or some injury to the area of the neck?
I'm just kidding, y'all. Again, strictly from memory, he was talking about the carotid sinus. I believe he was saying that area was associated where the carotid sinus is, which is part of the carotid artery system.
And in your experience and according to your training, could that contribute to death or injury to that area?
Object to form. And someone with no history in a young person, I have never seen a report of that before. There is an entity where people have sensitive carotid sinuses, and the carotid sinuses controls your pulse rate and your blood pressure. And there is an entity where people have that. They have known history of, if they were neckties, where any collared shirts, anything in the neck area tight, they watch them pass out from that. And as a physician, I've actually done carotid sinus massage on people to lower their blood pressure when their blood pressure or they're having arrhythmia. So I've actually physically done that to somebody as a medical procedure. But in general, for a young, healthy 17-year-old, I have never, without any history of whatsoever, first of all, I've never seen it documented at that age, but without any history of ever having any symptoms, then no. Jay, are you here?
Yeah.
Do you know what the medical history of Kendrick Johnson happened to be?
Say what, Auntie?
You can read. Are you ready?
Okay.
Number 7.
Well, I know that he played football, and I know football players wear padding, and I know they're banged around a lot while they're wearing the padding. So I know that has at least, I can't say I know, but I'm very secure that his neck had been compressed somewhere along the line playing football and wearing the padding, and therefore, without having any history that has been reported to me that he ever passed out from that in the past, then that's all I can go off of.
Which is skeletal at best.
Miss Davidson said object to form.
Is that a fair characterization?
Well, I don't know what you mean by skeleton.
Well, you didn't look at any medical records of what he had as a medical history, correct?
I requested medical records. I never received the medical records.
And you said, of course, that there is a entity.
In older people, yes.
And what do you mean by entity?
There is a known medical entity or diagnosis that people can have sensitive cardiac sinus.
Okay.
But again, it's found in elderly people. God, dog, Auntie.
What?
You scroll too long to see my name.
I'm sorry. I didn't.
Say that word for me, Cal.
Let me make sure I pronounce it right.
That'd be long as shit.
Atherosclerosis.
Disease buildup of plaque in their sinuses, and they have a long documented history of it.
Can it come about as a result of a sudden trauma to that area?
I have never seen that.
Now, let me ask you this. Do you recall whether Dr. Anderson attempted to get in touch with you for purposes of making available a piece of tissue that he had removed from Kendrick's body at the time that he did his first independent autopsy?
No, he has never contacted me. Now, your office has sent me a letter with a copy of the autopsy, and I believe, again, I don't have it in front of me, stating something in the fact that if I wanted to discuss the findings, but subsequent to that, I did review a slide that he had taken during the autopsy that was part of the Attorney General, United States Attorney General, that had me review the slides while they're in their presence, and I did look at the slides that he took.
Okay, so.
But I've never seen any photos of anything of that sort.
So the slides that you examined were provided you by someone from the Department of Justice or the U.S. Attorney's Office? Is that what you're saying?
From whatever that letter was from Miss, is that Zimes or Zims?
Zimes.
Who was investigating, and I believe she was with the United States Attorney's Office. Yes, they brought the slides with them, and they had me review the slides in their presence.
Okay, and you're saying that prior to that, you know of no instance in which Dr. Anderson or someone on his behalf tried to reach out to you to say that he was making these slides available for you to look at?
I object to form.
Object.
Other than the standard letter that you had sent to this office or sent to me with a copy of the autopsy, which again, I don't have it in front of me, said something if I wanted to discuss the findings or something, or I believe it said something like a copy of the autopsy to do with it, what I want or something of that respect, and then say if I wanted to discuss it further, to call your office. But as far as personal phone calls or emails or any correspondence other than that, no.
And one other thing, doctor, did you notice any hemorrhaging to the chest region of Kendrick?
You meant the word that you're using is hemorrhage?
Hemorrhage.
That's what I said.
Oh.
Which is an active process. which means you're alive when that happens. You're actively bleeding into the tissue. No, I did not see that. I saw decomposition changes, which happened in and again an upside down position. This motherfucker here is crazy.
Oh Lord Jesus, he done started, y'all.
Yeah, big crazy. In the upside down position, your small blood vessels will fill with blood, and then after you pass, and sometimes before you pass, they will actually burst, and you will get localized leakage of blood in that area. So you will see things of that sort, and that's what I'm trying to interpret. You are not trained. You trained to lie, motherfucker. So
the cup. I said the cup has kicked in.
So I did see as documented congestive decomposition changes in the soft tissue, because that was what examined. And again, they did increase from inferior feet. They were mostly found in the head, neck, and chest area and that type. But as far as active bleeding, meaning hemorrhaging, no.
And did you see anything to suggest that an injury had been sustained to that area where we are suggesting that there were some kind of bleeding that went on?
No, I did not.
I think that's it. I just want to make sure we go over everything that you need. Have we? Yeah, we did have. Miss Stacy, I'm going to give you this DVD and all these included.
Let me get, now we're talking about all the exhibits. Are they all admitted or just some, or?
Yes, all of these that we marked. There are some that we didn't mark. They're very few in number.
Yeah, but as far as off the disc, we only did like 2.
Oh yeah, right. I get your point.
Yeah, I I just was assuming you were gonna print them off for me, and I'll just attach them as an exhibit and label them because I've got them. They're already labels with a number. I just don't have the actual picture, and I just
Okay, I'll do that then.
there's 2 or 3. I think just 2. You ready?
Okay, so I'm Mr. Copeland now.
By Mr. Copeland. Oh yeah, go for it.
Okay. Yeah, so Mr. King done asked questions, so Mr. Copeland's turn. Okay. Doctor, I have a few follow-up questions for you, specifically with regard to the chain of custody, for lack of a better word, dealing with the presentation of this body by Owens Transport. And I believe it's plaintiff's exhibit number 1 or 2.
Oh, my bad. Where we at?
At 2, number 2.
1 is a copy of the autopsy. 2 is the examination data form.
Perhaps it's 4. It's early on. Let me see if I can.
Oh, I see why I couldn't see it because it's on the last finish. I couldn't see. But I believe you're referring to 3 and 4.
3 and 4, correct. Now, you testified earlier this morning that you were not there when the body was handed off to Owens Transport.
Correct. I was not physically there doing it. I was in the morgue, which is right just into the holding area where the body would have been released, but no.
Did you didn't actually release it to Owens?
No, I did not sign it over to him. I did not put the body in his hand. Oh.
There's another individual indicated in Plaintiff's Exhibit 3, I believe.
It seems like she excluding herself out the stuff that could tie her into the, anything going missing. Y'all realize that?
Mm-hmm.
3.
Is it 4?
I think. 3.
3. And he is the person who signed off when the body was picked up by Owens?
Yes, it says released by, and his name is there.
Now, is this person required by your office protocol, if you know, to be present when the body is picked up?
Yes, the body will not leave our facility unless one of our representatives, one of our DIS are there to release the body. This is not form number 3. It's not filled out ahead of time. This is filled out at the exact time the body is released.
May I see this number 3?
Yes.
So it's not filled out ahead of time?
The top part, I believe, where it says received by, of course, that is filled out. But as far as released to, no. Because sometimes the body may be released directly to the funeral home. It may be released to a different transporter, depending on where it's going. So that actually occurs right at the time of releasing the body.
And for lack of a better phrase, this is the actual release document?
That is correct. The receiving release document, yes.
Now, in that release document that you have, plaintiff's number 3, there is no indication as to what precisely is in the body bag.
It states the body is released, and it states clothing and personal belongings are checked off. But as far as somebody opening up the body bag at the exact same time, no.
And that does not generally happen?
That is correct. No, normally once the body bag is sealed, meaning zippered, and then we actually have what's called a plastic apron, which is on the outside of the body that we place the body bag on. Will be brought up and will be tied shut, and then that's how the body is usually released.
Is there any tag on the body bag that has an inventory of the contents other than the fact that there is a body in it?
Not on the body bag. You have the label on the body bag with basically the same label that you see on the top of exhibit number 2 with the descendant's name, county, and such, and then that then states exhibit number 4, plaintiff's exhibit number 4 is where again documents what I said could be released, and then the signature of the person receiving the body. It says out of number 1, 2, and 3, which documents clothing, Kendrick's body, his clothing, and his personal belongings.
And that's exhibit number 4?
That is correct.
And is this signed after exhibit number 3 or before?
This will be signed at the same time as number 3 by the person receiving the body, which will be Steve Owens. My signature on it, which is on this form, will be done at the completion of the autopsy.
Okay, so
So if the body stayed with us for 5-10 minutes or 3 days,
Does it show how long the body stayed with you after you signed exhibit number 3?
no, it after exhibit number 3.
Yes.
After I signed exhibit number 4, sorry.
4? Sorry.
No, no, it does not. There's no times on it.
Do we have a timeline indicating when this transaction occurred?
As for exhibit number 3, it does say the body is released at 11 o'clock in the morning.
And you completed your autopsy at what time?
Again, completion of the autopsy is not what? It's not documented. That's not something we usually document. But I started it at 9:40 in the morning.
So the same day of the release?
That is correct.
And you testified earlier that it takes an hour and a half to 2 hours?
That motherfucker was in a hurry, boy.
Listen, y'all remember per the FBI report that Steve Owens put on the time of arrival, time of depart, time of autopsy, NC for no charge? We really don't have no documented paperwork to conform none of this BS. And it's diabolical in my opinion.
Okay, on average, again, it's just gonna be, I can't say on average, yeah.
So
usually around, an hour and a half to. Again, it just depends.
So if we add an hour and a half to the commencement time of the autopsy and to the pickup time, that gives us how many hours between them?
Well, actually, again, the commencement time was at 9:40. The release is at 11. So that's actually an hour and 20 minutes. So she's just gonna make up her own times, huh?
Okay. Yeah. And then the body is handed off to Mr. Owens?
Correct. It leaves the autopsy suite, goes into the holding area, which is literally a doorway into the same, and then the transporter, which is in this case with Steve Owens, is waiting. It will be released to him at that time.
And no photographs of the contents of that body bag while it's open?
Again, prior to the autopsy, during the autopsy, yes, because we take an overall photograph of the descendant's body, exactly how we received it, and then that photograph, you will see the clothing, you can see the personal belongings and such. Once the autopsy is done, no.
And there's nothing done to secure the breastplate or body plate?
That is correct. We don't reattach. So anybody can just go in there and just get the bag out of it.
So the transporter
and that's exactly what happened. But go ahead.
That's crazy.
No, real talk. This is exactly what happened. Because the GBI, they alleged they sent the organs and the belongings to the funeral home. The funeral home said when they got the body and went back there to view the body, the body bag was open and was no organs and no belongings or nothing like that. So I cannot, man. Stop killing us. Stop abusing us, and stop handing off unjust sentences. Unfollow if you want to, but I'm going to stand by my goddamn people. I swear to God I am. I'm sorry. I'm going to stand by my people. I love everybody in this world, but not everybody loves me. Not everybody loves us. Let's keep it real. And because of that, I'm going to stand by my people. And I got a lot of people. Indians, white, black. All of y'all. I'm out. Y'all can't tell I'm a mutt. Just call me a mutt. Just I'm a mutt. I got all kind of races in me. So that means I'm going to stand by all y'all. But stop abusing my African American history part of me. Oh, it's gonna be Ferguson 2 goddamn fucking .0. I'm sorry, Lord. I'm sorry. Keep reading. I'm sorry.
So the transporter gets a body in a body bag, and there's nothing to secure the chest plate over whatever is contained in the body cavity?
Wow.
Correct, other than the body bag itself and the plastic wrap or the body bag.
So this body is released to Mr. Owens, and at that point, you've relinquished any custody of the body whatsoever.
That is correct. Once I sign exhibit number 4, I officially, as the medical examiner performing the autopsy, state the body can be released, and then once it leaves our facility and is signed out, then yes,
You're done?
we are. Other than completing of the autopsy, but as far as the body is concerned, yes. So basically, we don't give a damn about the body after we done did what we had to do.
And you don't track what happens to that body from that point on?
That is correct.
And we don't know if Mr. Owens delivered the body in absolute tact as the way it allegedly left her facility.
That is correct. Anybody play point fingers?
And there's no follow-up once the body reaches its destination. And in this case, Valdosta.
Nope.
Wow. I'm gonna do my own sound bite because
No, that's not part of. If something is brought to our attention, we make documentation of it. But no, as far as official protocol, following up on bodies once they leave our facility, nope.
And there was some discussion about the whole meaning of 2 words, viscera and other word having to do with the eye.
Very ridiculous, Stephanie.
Yes, vitreous.
I'm sorry.
Vitreous.
Okay.
Vitreous, 2 totally different terms.
Yeah, so everybody that doesn't know what vitreous is, that is the eye fluid. The vitreous can tell time of death and cause of death. And the vitreous was intact. I showed the picture last time. I will show it again. You guys need me to show it?
Yeah.
It is. You don't? Okay. All right. I won't show it because it is very sickening, but it's intact. It's in Kendrick's eyes. They're lying. And the food lady that said that they took Kendrick's eyeballs out is a goddamn lie. Because we see them in their head. Diabolical. In his head. Also, Rick Bell never confessed that he was at the crime scene. His deposition said he wasn't there. We'll go back and reiterate that. I'm tired of the lies, man. Tired. Meet me tomorrow for the mess. Meet me tomorrow for the mess. Bow. Let's go.
For the mess.
That's right. Playing. We debunking tomorrow. Tomorrow is Debunk Wednesday. I said what I Debunk Wednesday. Let's go.
Stephanie said apparently Owens made a stop or 2 allegedly. You heard my team?
What'd you say?
I say Stephanie said apparently Owens made a stop or 2 allegedly.
Listen, I know they did. And when they made a stop, they probably took Kendrick's organs. And what I believe they did is that they tried to pin the missing organs on a black-owned funeral home. Said what I said. Let's go.
And that's crazy.
Super chat, super sticker, Cash App, PayPal, membership. We need it or we're not going to be online long and we need to stay. I'm not begging. I'm pleading. I'm telling you the truth. I'm tired of hiding. I'm tired of being silent. It is what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Number 5 is you scroll past your beginning point.
I'm sorry. I just got a little upset because we're going to stay online if I got to go sell
Don't
some ass.
stop. Pop that don't stop.
Sell some ass. I said sell some ass. Okay, back to the show.
Vitreous, 2 totally different terms. The only similarity is they both begin with V and I.
When you look at them, yes.
Have you had any dealings with Mr. Bill Watson, the coroner in Lowndes County?
Yes.
Did you speak with him about the contents of this body bag?
No, not directly.
So there's no direct conversation between you and Mr. Watson about the contents of this body bag?
That is correct.
No discussion between you and Mr. Watson about this tour?
That is correct. Hey, when she said that they the conversation wasn't a direct conversation, what else conversation that it would be? Good question, ain't it?
So there's no direct conversation between you and Mr. Watson. Bill Watson is the coroner. That is correct. No discussion between you and Mr. Watson about viscera. That is correct. So what she's referring to is Rodney Bryan's conversation. Rodney Bryant is the one. He's the death investigator that was present at Kendrick Johnson's autopsy. He wrote a statement, and Bill Watson also wrote a statement to the court and said that the GBI destroyed Kendrick's organs, and so she's trying to cover her tracks. She's trying to make us a narrative as if Rodney Bryant had the V word, which is vitreous versus viscera, mixed up. That's all. And we all know when we read Ashley Park's synopsis that he retracted that statement. But the truth game, we always believe the first one. Back it up, BG. Back it up. I got it.
No, that is correct.
No discussion between or whether or not he misunderstood these two totally different body components.
That is correct.
Did you ever have any conversation with Mr. Harrington about the contents of this body bag?
No, I did not.
Did you ever have any conversation with anyone with the Lowndes County Sheriff's Department about the contents of the body bag?
No, I did not. Now,
you testified that there was some decomposition of the organ.
Correct.
And specifically, you went into significant detail about the lungs and the weight of Mr. Kendrick Johnson.
I documented those, yes, as far as the weights of every organ in his body, yes.
But specifically...
Stop in the name of love. It's time for us to go. Do you want to finish reading this page?
We got 3 minutes, man.
3 minutes. Let's keep going.
But specifically with the organs, I'm a little confused. You give the general weight of the lungs of Mr. Johnson at the time he arrived here at your facility?
At the time I performed the autopsy and the lungs were removed, they're taken and they're weighed immediately, yes.
When you weigh them, were the lungs already in state of decomposition?
Yes, they were.
And what was the weight at that time?
At that time, the right lung weighed 260 grams and the left lung weighed 240 grams.
Lies. Everybody type line dash hope. Oh my God. Type line dash hope in the comments, please. Because she's lying.
Do you have a standard by which a person of a certain age and certain body type would their average weight?
All right, guys, can we cut it off that? Because we got less than 2 minutes and I want to talk to the audience.
Yes.
Okay. I want to thank y'all. Thank each and one of you for being here with us tonight. Today was very heavy for the Black community. Today was actually very heavy for the Caucasian community.
I can't see myself.
What you say?
I can't see myself.
You so stupid. Let me put. What's wrong? Hold on. Let me put J9 on the panel because he's whining. Hold on.
Yeah, she is.
I'm trying to have the comment. There you go. There's nephew. We want to thank y'all for being here. We love y'all. We'll be back tomorrow. We may take a break tomorrow. I'll let you guys know. Today has been very heavy for us, for our community, for white community, Black community. It doesn't matter. There was no winning in this situation. I pray that he wins an appeal. And like I'm saying, I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve. What? What are you laughing at?
Hold on.
Harley. Are you laughing at this troll, this bot?
Hell no.
Because Harley said, as soon as someone 1% African got what he. Do you know because you are 1%? Do you know what you are? Because you are 1% African. Do you know that you a nigga? Any percentage of African in your blood means that you a nigga. That's why I say I'm a mutt. I'm lighter than you. I'm lighter than you. And you can have a suntan, and I'm still lighter than you. But because I am part black, African American, do you know what my license says? I'm a nigga. So, welcome, nigga, Harley Fagado. Welcome to the truth. Nigga. You got anything else to say? You Jay? Because I'm tired of niggas thinking that they're not niggas when they are niggas. According, you a nigga. Hey, cousin. Anyway, I'm tired of entertaining this nigga. Y'all got anything else to say? Because I'm tired of this nigga.
No.
If you ain't got nothing to say, everybody be it the nigga. And nigger means ignorant person, right? Everybody be it this nigga, farewell. And we out of here. Truth Gang, we got a new ending to the story. Please, can y'all please listen to the words of this song? We love y'all. I wrote it today out of my pain. Listen.
Another mama crying.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Another candle burning. Another name added to the list.
Tell me, when do we get to breathe?
When do we get to breathe, y'all?
When do black mothers stop bearing their babies? When do our sons stop becoming headlines? Lord, when will it end?
Seen pain dressed up in Sunday clothes. Mamas holding pictures at the front row, praying through tears, trying not to break. But grief hit different when your child don't wait. We come from struggle, still somehow survive. Taught to smile through hurt just to stay alive. Every siren sound got a mother on edge. Every knock at the door got us holding our breath. We tired of hashtags, tired of RIPs, tired of saying justice while we begin for peace. How many dreams gotta die in the streets? How many mothers gotta cry in defeat? Oh, can you hear us crying? Too many souls dying. We pray and pray, but still we hurt inside. How much more pain can we survive? When will it end? When will the slaughter stop? Tell me how many more black sons gotta leave before the pain gon' stop? When will we heal? When will our hearts breathe? We carry scars they'll never see. Still we pray while we grieve. Oh,
Paris building, still echo through the city. Young life stolen, man, the pain ain't pretty. Another black child gone, family left scarred, trying to understand life when life hit hard. Karmelo Anthony, whole world watching now. Everybody got opinions, but who hear the pain loud? Another young black life in the balance of fate. One split second changed everything in the day. See this bigger than headlines, bigger than race debates. We carrying generational trauma, generational weight. Too many tears falling where the flowers get laid. Too many souls crying, too much trauma unpaid. Don't mistake this pain for weakness. We still stand, we still love. We still believe in justice. But somewhere between the funerals, the courtrooms, and the candlelight vigils, we just wanna know, when do our people finally get peace? When will the slaughter stop? Tell me how many more black sons gotta leave before the pain gon' stop? When will we heal? When will our hearts breathe? We carry scars that never see. Still we pray while we grieve. Oh Lord, when will it end? Still we rise, still we fight, still we fight, still we cry through sleepless nights. For the ones we lost, for the ones still here, for the babies coming after us. Lord, please tell me, when will it end? Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for coming. Please like, share, and subscribe. Come back again.